Hello, hello, and welcome to the weekly energy update for the week of March 1st, 2026. I'm Renee Spears, a spirit guide channeler and spiritual mentor, and I'm coming to you from beautiful Bozeman, Montana. Every Sunday, I share the energy for the week ahead, and I also infuse the show with some positive vibes, so you get a little positive energy boost just for listening. And let's start today with some deep breaths. March is here. We're about halfway through this crazy-ass transformative time, and we'll be on the other side in just 19 days when spring and Aries season start and we're done with Mercury retrograde and eclipse season. But we're not done yet. So this week on Tuesday, 3/3, peaking at 3:33 a.m. Pacific time, is a total lunar blood moon eclipse. And like Michael from Red Robe Astrology says, this eclipse is a 12 out of 10. So blood moon eclipses are total full moon lunar eclipses, and they get the name blood moon because during the eclipse, Earth blocks light from the sun and the moon turns a reddish color. So most of Mexico will be able to see the total eclipse, and in the U.S., how much of the full eclipse you see depends on your location. The western U.S., the West Coast, and the mountain states should be able to see totality or very close to it. And then the farther east you go, the less full it will be. So the eastern U.S. will only see a partial eclipse since the moon will be setting while the eclipse is still happening. And this is the final blood moon eclipse in a series that began last year. These eclipses usually come in sets of 3. And this one is the third and final chapter of the cycle that started back in March of 2025. And because it's the last in the series, it brings months of built-up pressure to a head. This is very much a completion moment, a final release when we start to see the bigger picture of what's been unfolding and why certain endings or changes were actually necessary. This is the full worm moon because it's the time of year when the ground starts thawing and the worms come out again, meaning that spring is on the way. This, along with daylight saving time starting next weekend and spring and Aries season just a couple weeks away, gives us some hope. It means there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. So the numerology of this eclipse is crazy cool too. I mean, come on. It's happening on 3/3 at 3:33. 3 is the number of creation and creativity and alignment. So the supercharged energy of all these threes is a sign of spiritual alignment. We have this reminder that everything is aligned, and also the perfect alignment of the 6-planet parade right now, too. And of course, it's happening during fated eclipse season. So I love remembering that everything happening right now is part of a bigger divine plan. It helps me to relax and step into the observer role instead of feeling like things are totally out of control and we've all lost our shit. Also, Saturn, the Lord of Karma, is very active under this eclipse, meaning that whatever happens is part of our soul path and destiny. Saturn tends to show up during eclipses not as chaos, but as clarity, like there's a sense that something is being finalized. And what's especially interesting is how Saturn's energy blends with the 3/3 numerology. Saturn is about structure and truth, while the 333 energy is about alignment and spiritual support. So together they say, this ending has purpose. Nothing is happening by accident. We're moving into a more honest, mature version of ourselves. So we can expect some real shifts with this eclipse. This is not a subtle eclipse. It's shaking things up, sometimes suddenly. It's bringing endings, changes, and big turning points. Now, eclipses amplify the energy of the sign that it's happening in, and this one is in Virgo. So Virgo is a practical, grounded, and efficient sign, all about productivity and organization and health. So if you want to make some changes to your diet, your fitness, and your health, like this is the time. The energy right now just makes it easier to start and stick with it. Virgo also helps us get organized and simplify our lives. This could look like decluttering our physical spaces and letting go of things and people that drain our energy, like again. I feel like that's all we've been doing the past year is letting go of things. But all this shedding and letting go makes sense. Like we have to let a lot go to make room for the huge changes happening. So this eclipse is amplifying Virgo energy, but so is the Mercury retrograde. Like Virgo is ruled by Mercury, which just happens to be in retrograde right now. And this adds to the potency of both the eclipse and Mercury retrograde. And man, I am feeling this Mercury retrograde. It's been a lot. My phone, my computer, my Zoom, banking, all of it has had some glitches. So there's so much change already taking place on a collective level. Like we're in this rare time when all the farthest planets from the sun, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, are changing signs. And because these planets go so slowly, they shape generations. We're in a collective generational shift. And now this eclipse season is bringing transformation to our personal lives. And it's happening fast. Eclipses collapse time, like they speed things up. So what might normally take months or years can happen in days or even moments. We're making quantum leaps forward right now. And I am so down with this. I am ready to be done with this chapter of our history as fast as possible. So the best way to work with this energy is just to fucking surrender. Like lie low, reflect, pay attention to what the universe is trying to show you about the new path. Some mantras for this time might be something like, I surrender to the universe. I'm ready for change. I trust that everything is working out for the highest good. So let's talk a little bit about the numerology for March. This is a 4 universal month, and we get that by adding 3 for March because it's the 3rd month of the year, and then 1 for 2026 because it's a 1 year. And a 4 month is about structure, stability, building foundations, and long-term planning. So we're building something that lasts. March is where the work begins. So this month, the focus is on routines and systems and schedules. We'll feel a need to get organized, mentally, physically, and financially. This is I need to take this seriously and get my shit together month. And because 2026 is a 1 year and we're starting a whole new 9-year cycle, this 4 month is important because we're laying foundations for something new. Choices we make now affect the rest of the year and the entire 9-year cycle, so no pressure, huh? Now, March really feels like a threshold. It starts in Pisces season where everything feels a little bit more emotional, more intuitive, and we feel a little unstable, kind of floaty or out of it. And we just can't figure out or understand what the hell is happening. And then the lunar eclipse arrives this week, and suddenly things start to speed up. Changes happen quickly, and the fog begins to lift, not all at once, but enough that we can start to see some movement. And as we move closer to the spring equinox, Mercury stations direct and the sun shifts into Aries, and that's when everything gets clearer and we move forward. But right now, this week, we don't have all the answers yet. We don't have clarity yet. We're still in that in-between space, and it's uncomfortable and emotional, and totally shocking things happen. So just do whatever you need to do to get through it. Pull out all the things that work for you. And then just think in a couple of weeks, spring will be here, and we'll have more clarity about where we're going and how it all works out. So I'm excited to be celebrating 7 years in business this March. This is a big milestone for me, and I am celebrating with a big sale. So this week, I'm offering 2 30-minute sessions or a 1-hour session for only $77. Or you can buy a 3-hour package for only $231. So yes, you heard that right. This year, I'm only going to have 3 sales. This one, a 1-day sale for my birthday in June, and my annual sale in September. So I suggest you stock up now to help stay grounded and have some clarity during this time. Or if you haven't had a session yet, this might be the time. I'm also now offering a 10-month private 1-to-1 spiritual business mentoring. There's so much forward-moving energy this year. Like, this is just the time to start a new business or really kick yours into high gear and start making money. So there's a link to both of these in the show notes, or you can always go to my website, Abundology.com. It's another beautiful day here. I mean, this has been such a mild winter. It's been so warm, and there hasn't been much snow at all. It's a little scary. So I am taking advantage of this great weather and going for a hike today. So as always, thank you for listening and passing the podcast on to your friends. Make sure you get outside early Wednesday morning to see the beautiful eclipse, and I will talk to you again next week.